नॉर्मल आडवा करतो ते सोडून त्याला कसं फिरवत फिरवा सर
नाही होत रे, नाही होत तो.
हे येते सर.
ओरिएंटेशन इज लॉक्ड. थांबा थांबा जरा थांबा थांबा थांबा. होतं मी करतो.
अपडेट हुआ है क्या?
अरे लॉक केलं की अनलॉक तो आत्ता. ठीक आहे हो का,
राहू देत ना. हो वर्टिकल
हां झालं.
बरं करून नाही ना, हेच मग कशी पण हाच प्रॉब्लेम झाला. नाही पण ठेवा, व्हर्टिकलच ठेवा ना. मग व्हर्टिकलच ठेवू प्रशांत.
मग त्याला हे लावलं पाहिजे काहीतरी त्याला.
लॉक करा, हे टाईट करा. थांब सर, सोडा तुम्ही. ते काय झालंय त्यांनी तुम्ही आता पुढे जा सर. झाला आता चला जे काही. हां एक मिनिट आहे. हां मी बरोबर ह्याच्यावरती स्क्रीनवर ना घेऊ. नाही नाही. हां माझं एवढं नका आवडू, ते बाहेर येते. बस बस सोडा तुम्ही. यस डन. बस अभी ये कैसे करेंगे? ये सब कर दिया. लिंक यूट्यूबचं हे आहे ना, ग्रुपवर मेसेज टाका.
कैसे चला?
लिंक है. हाँ उनके 5G ये ले लिया वाईफाई का. मिलिंग सर ने
उसको बंद कर दो फिर.
वो छोड़ देते हैं. ये अपना वो है. ठीक है.
Hello. Can we all here in the room? Can we all please come and sit and speak it?
बहुत अच्छे. जी अब इसके आगे बढ़ तुम्ही फक्त आहे ना आपल्या ग्रुपवर मेसेज टाका. कुशलला सांगा. कुशल हाँ इधर तक दिखेगा ना. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपका.
Good evening, everyone, and a heartfelt welcome to all present here. Today is a truly special moment as we all gather here to celebrate 20 incredible years of LendAHandIndia. I am Preeti. I studied travel and tourism in my school
JK.
and now pursuing my master's in
JK.
नमस्कार, शुभ संध्या. My name is Gaurav. I studied IT in my school days, and today I'm running my own IT startup.
We are here not because we are perfect speakers, but because we are the living proof of what skill, education, and exposure can do.
Exactly. पहले स्कूल का मतलब था होमवर्क, एग्जाम एंड मार्क्स।
लेकिन आज दुनिया बदल गई है। Today, all those schools are equipped with healthcare labs, special technology, 3D printers, and even drone technology.
That's right, from rote learning to robotics.
And we are the proof. हम वो बच्चे हैं जिनके हाथों में सिर्फ पेन, पेपर और बुक्स हैं, लेकिन वो स्किल्स भी हैं जो हमें जीना सिखाती हैं।
Today it's not just a event. It's a program of celebration, that opportunity and the journey that belongs to all of us. And we have gathered here to celebrate 20 years of building skills.
So we are thrilled to welcome you all here by celebrating 20 incredible years of LendAHandIndia.
चलिए कुर्सी की पेटी बांध लेते हैं और चलते हैं आज के सफर पर। प्रीति, एक बड़ी कहानी की शुरुआत एक ख्याल, एक सपने से होती है।
Exactly. This story begins 20 years ago when someone looked at India's youth and felt they deserve better, they deserve more.
They did not just lend a hand, they built a foundation.
Let's welcome our dearest chairperson, Shri Milind Wani sir, our chief enabler, with a round of applause and lots of love.
Sir, we request you to please share your remarks and valuable thoughts. Also, please introduce our founder with us.
Each one of you in this august gathering. It's a great and a special feeling to stand before all of you on this auspicious day, December 1st, 2025, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of LendAHandIndia. The story LendAHandIndia started with two people who believe that every child in India deserves not just an education but opportunities. I myself is a disciple who got an opportunity to be mentored when I was just 16 years of age, giving me the insight who is none other than my dear sister Sunanda Mani, Ashoka Fellow, with decades of experience in rural development, who has spent her life working with the communities in India to bring the real world into the lives of young people. For me, she is not just a founder, executive director, she is one who taught me and thousand others long before LendAHandIndia was born. That service, the servant hope are non-negotiable. Raj Gilda, a banker turned into a social entrepreneur, walked away from a very successful global career to build an organization that today works with the governments across the country to integrate the vocational education into thousands of schools and millions of students. To he is social entrepreneur. To me and each member of the Lahi family, he is not less than a friend, philosopher and guide. Raj is a banker turned social entrepreneur who writes and somehow manages his Excel sheets with endless optimism, and sometime, maybe late night, a message, a mail or a call and says, "Hey yaar, एक नया आइडिया है, चलो करके देखते हैं, आकाश भैया लगा कॉल COS का." Together, both Sunanda and Raj turned a small experiment into a nationwide effort that now partners with the multiple states and beyond the borders. Thousands of schools, millions of students and their families, and a growing family of the supporters present in this august gathering in this room today. Tonight, as a co-traveler in the journey, it is my proudest privilege to invite both founder and co-founder to the stage. May I request Richa Pandey to escort Sunanda Mani, and may I request Nilesh Puratkar to escort Raj Ginda to the dais.
I tend to speak more only, so I have a little of time, so I'm going to use that. The 2.5 minutes time, so good evening everyone. And thank you for taking time from your everyone, in fact, from all your busy schedules to be here today to celebrate to mark 20 years of LendAHandIndia Introduction to School Education in Schools initiative. The idea of LendAHandIndia, somebody was asking from where did it start. So the idea of LendAHandIndia, when it was not named LendAHandIndia, started in 2004. Having worked in India across many states, I have had care colleagues here, and really it was nostalgic to meet them again. A lot of learnings from care has gone into what LendAHandIndia is today. So many states and in some parts of the developed and developing world, for over 15 years, the need for improving our school education to make school education effective and meaningful was felt strongly. Almost 2 years of thinking and travels to India for exploration, for research as to what are the government policies, what are the government programs, what other non-profit organizations are doing. The idea of what and how got crystallized. Programmatically, let's address segment in education, grades 8 to 10th. A critical phase in the life of a child as well as the parents was identified as one, and introduction of hands-on learning of multiple skills to strengthen applied learning was the other. The two approaches were thought to be the answers to rote learning, proliferation of marks and degrees, and also to help the student and the parents make informed choices about the student's future journey. It is 20 years this year, and the journey continues and will need to continue. Many people have contributed in this endeavor. From school PO to a bus driver and the principal of the school and the school management on one hand, and from the BOs and DOs at block and district level to decision makers at state and central government. In this journey, I cannot forget the immense contribution and dedication of LendAHandIndia's field staff. They were the last mile deliverers of this entire message and entire approach. So thanks to them. And of course, the entire support system which operates from our offices across the country. It is not customary when I say that it would not have been possible without you. We all at LendAHandIndia mean it from our hearts. Thank you, each one of you, for helping us make this small but significant contribution for the better future of our young people. Thank you.
whether Sunanda really exists or not, right? So one of the objectives of today's program was to let people know that she does exist. Secondly, I normally have a very tough job of claiming credit for all the hard work she and her team does by being on the stage, being on conferences, being on Zoom calls and otherwise as well. So I've been a true life partner for me. And as we all know, being married is tough enough. To run an organization where you are living, breathing, eating, drinking for 24 or 36 hours in a day, it takes another level of commitment, so on together. So, very, very lucky, very, very fortunate to have a partner like her. Just to share with you, when we got married, we both were working. तो लोग बोलते हैं ना GPS, financial GPS होना चाहिए कि there is 0 job in the family, there is 1 job in the family, there is 2 job in the family. And that is how you achieve financial prosperity. लेकिन हमारा GPS कुछ उल्टा काम कर रहा था. So we started when we were married, we had 2 jobs in the family. Then she quit, so we are 1. Then 2011 I also quit, so we are 0 job in the family. But here we are today, survived 14 years of me coming back to India and living through the dream. So thank you again for coming here. और ये भी प्रधान से होगी ये फोटो भी 2011 का है जब मैं आया जस्ट टू हमारे लोग बोलते कि उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छे दिखते हो तो बदल में दे रहे. थैंक यू.
वैसे प्रीति बात 20 साल की हो रही है तब तो मैं पैदा ही हुआ था. Thinking about what happened in life over the last 2 decades made me more curious.
Hey Gaurav, don't worry about being the baby of the group. Do you really want to know what happened?
Of course, Preeti.
तो आओ फिर चलते हैं. Let's try to travel those 20 years journey in just few minutes.
A development professional, and Raj Gilda, a corporate executive, LendAHandIndia or LAHI was born from the fundamental questions: what if every child in India could learn by doing? What if schools also taught the skills of life and work so that confidence, curiosity and character grew with every passing grade? LendAHandIndia's mission is to integrate skill-based, hands-on learning into mainstream school education.
If education is a change maker, we have so many institutions, so many universities, so many colleges and everything. Why such a huge youth unemployment? India has a huge population dividend, and actually to encash this dividend, we need to address this challenge of gap between our education and the requirement in the job market or employment market. So that is definitely one reason, and this should be done at scale. It should be the model or the solution should be applicable across the country, and I would say not even across the country, but wherever such challenges exist in the world, I think such a model needs to be created. Of course, starting with India, and that is how, in a very small way, in 2005-06 academic year, we started on a very small scale.
Inspired by the noted scientist turned educationist, Dr. S.S. Kalbag's hands-on skill-based education model at the Vigyan Ashram, LAHI founders Sunanda and Raj sought to bring about a similar transformation to mainstream education. LAHI launched Project Plan 100 in 2006, introducing the Introduction to Basic Technology or the IBT program, originally meant for dropouts, into 100 mainstream schools as a module under the SUPW subject. An independent assessment by the Sir Dorabji Tata Trusts validated the impact of the Project Plan 100. same year, co-founder Raj left his corporate career to focus full-time on Lahi's mission. The Government of India formally recognized skill education in schools through the National Skills Qualification Framework. The IBT course was adapted as the Multi-Skill Foundation course, gaining official recognition with the support of the Government of Maharashtra. After successfully implementing skill-based education in about 100 schools across 5 states, Lahi transformed Project Plan 100 into Project Swadhin to expand its reach. In 2015, the program was introduced in government schools, starting with 10 Pune Municipal Corporation schools, and in the next year, in 10 Bombay Municipal Corporation schools, establishing a model for government-run public schools. As Lahi deepened its collaboration with government systems, it launched Project Catalyst in 2015 to scale vocational education in schools through technical and managerial support to state education departments, assigning full-time Lahi team members at no cost. Lahi became the knowledge partner for the state, assisting in policy design and program implementation. Over the 5 years from 2016 to 2021, Lahi built such partnerships with 24 state governments. In 2021, Lahi launched a 6-year systemic intervention to collaborate closely with state education departments, contributing to policy and on-ground improvements to scale skill education with quality. This contribution of Lahi was recognized in the Economic Survey 2023-24 by the Government of India as an example of civil society's role in advancing the goals of the National Education Policy 2020. With a strong foundation built, Lahi entered a decade of innovation, partnerships, and nationwide impact. In 2016-17, Lahi launched an internship program to provide students world of work exposure and vital life skills. The program connected students with local micro and small enterprises for 80 to 100 hours of hands-on work experience under the guidance of employers.
I started my internship from 11th of April and now it's going very good. I have gained very much interest in banking and all. So in this whole all journey, I learned how to open RD account form and voucher, SD account form and voucher, then a fixed deposit, how to take online light bills and give receipt to the client. Before internship, I was very shy person and confidence was so much low. But now confidence has gained, professional skills I have learned, then strength, negotiation skills, everything, and I can see myself updated as a new version.
Lahi developed Lighthouse, a digital monitoring system providing real-time updates to help heads of schools as well as government officials take timely actions to address the challenges faced during implementation. The Skills on Wheels mobile lab brought hands-on learning to rural and remote communities, serving as both a classroom and advocacy tool for schools, parents and students. The Karikar School of Applied Learning, often called the Disneyland of Skills, became a model hub showcasing aspirational skills, industry-aligned workshops and teacher training. Through Project Saksham, it equipped vocational trainers with essential pedagogical and leadership skills to ensure quality of delivery of skill education. In collaboration with Niti Aayog's Atal Mission, Lahi trained teachers in design thinking and innovation, linking them with local and regional engineering institutions for sustained technical support for the Atal Tinkering Lab schools. The NEP 2020 and NCF 2023 make vocational education mandatory up to grade 10, creating the need for large-scale expansion of Lahi's work. To prepare, Lahi launched NCF-aligned pilots to create a workable and sustainable model of multi-sector curriculum across 50 schools in Maharashtra. In collaboration with the SCRT Maharashtra, LAHI is establishing 5 skill hubs at the Diet campuses in Maharashtra, replicating Kaligar School of Applied Learning, Pune, as centers of excellence for teacher training and development. In 2023, LAHI partnered with the state of Ondo, Nigeria, marking its international outreach.
I think LAHI's mission for next 20 years is quite clear. In that, LendAHandIndia will become a resource organization going forward. So our role is going to be more like a standard-setting organization. Our role is going to be more of a resources providing organization. Our role is going to be that how do we onboard more and more players, being the ecosystem builder, share our knowledge, share our resources in open source manner, so that the more and more organizations come on board and take this work going forward.
As the NEP 2020 opens huge opportunity, LAHI is poised to universalize hands-on learning for every child in India and beyond. With support and partnerships, we can convert policy into reality for millions. Let's build a skilled tomorrow together.
Wow, it's not about this time. Take me back in my own journey. Preeti, I know that skill education helped both of us. मैंने IT पढ़ा अपने स्कूल में and today I'm running my own IT startup जिसका नाम संचित इन्वोकर LLP है और हम IT सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करते हैं.
सही है मौका भी है दस्तूर भी है कर लो थोड़ा सा फ्लेक्स. वैसे I truly agree with you because vocational education also helped me. I studied travel and tourism from Government Sarvatya Kanya Vidyalaya in Gundaka and now I am pursuing my masters in the same from Delhi University.
That's amazing. I wondered if we can hear more the experience from our friends which are coming here to share this about the journey which they have.
Yes, the heart of LAHI. Let's invite our students, alums and our moderator Medha ma'am.
Thank you, Preeti and Gaurav. So, as we celebrate 20 years of LendAHandIndia in skill education, we also celebrate the journey of thousands of young people who have shaped the very essence of each and every program in LendAHandIndia. As we come together in this celebration, it is obvious from our young two hosts that children were, are, and will always be the essence of everything that LendAHandIndia does. So please join me to welcome the students who are going to share their experiences with you. First we have Prathamesh Chaudhary. As you heard in the video, the first student of Introduction to Basic Technology course. He is also the first recipient of scholarship that the organization provides. Welcome Prathamesh. Next, Nurunissa, our first very intern. She passed out in the year 2021, specialization in culinary arts. Welcome Nurunissa. Next, we would like to have Laksh Yadav, who is currently pursuing his studies. He is in standard 12 and he has recently completed his internship in fashion studies. And last but not the least, we have Divya Sharma, who is also an intern. She has completed her internship and she is also studying in standard 12. Welcome everyone, please have your seats. ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है, breathe in, breathe out. It's just a conversation, okay? So quickly, for the benefit of everyone, we would just like you to introduce what we are doing.
It's my first time here. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Denji ma'am. And my name is Divya Sharma. Thank you for all of you to here, and thank you for the ma'ams थैंक यू फॉर मैम द मोस्ट जिन्होंने भी कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी दी क्लास 12 में आके। इसकी मुझे थोड़ा सा ना जुगाड़ हो रही है।
कौन सा ट्रेड पढ़ रहे हो ये बता दो, कौन सा ट्रेड पढ़ रहे हो?
आई एम एन IT ट्रेड एंड मैंने ये इंटर्नशिप 11th और 12th में करी थी, जिसमें मैं अभी 12th में हुआ। मैंने इंटर्नशिप अभी कुछ टाइम पहले ही अपनी खत्म करी है।
एंड योर स्कूल नेम प्लीज?
माय स्कूल नेम इज सर्वोदय विद्यालय ड्यू दिस लाइन फ्रॉम किंग्स वे कैंप।
हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा जो ट्रेड है फैशन स्टडीज है एंड मेरा जो है मतलब मेरे को मैम ने अपॉर्चुनिटी दी मुझे आने के लिए, उसके लिए वेरी थैंक यू। एंड ऑल्सो मेरा स्कूल भी मेरा सेम ही है हम दोनों का। मेरे स्कूल का नाम भी वही है सेम, सर्वोदय विद्यालय न्यू पुलिस लाइन। एंड आई एम स्टडिंग इन 12th क्लास एंड ऑल्सो थैंक यू।
Thank you for giving opportunity to introduce myself. Myself, Nurunisa Mohammed Sheikh. Currently, I am working JW Marriott as a chef.
Hello, hi. Prathamesh Chaudhary. I am a student for Introduction to Basic Technology in 2009, 10 and 11. Currently, I am working as a Senior Analyst Advanced Procurement in German multinational company, TE Connectivity, since last 3 years. And I have total around 8 years of experience.
Thank you everyone. We'll just quickly try to have a dialogue with each other, okay? So लक्ष्य, सबसे पहले आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी, आप फैशन स्टडीज पढ़ रहे हो, काफ़ी अनकन्वेंशनल है लड़कों के लिए वैसे, तो क्या आप ऐसा कुछ शेयर कर सकते हो स्पेसिफिकली इंटर्नशिप में, ऐसा कोई दिन या कोई एक टास्क जब आपको लगा कि आपकी टेस्ट हो रही है वहाँ पर और वो आपने कैसे हैंडल की?
इसमें एक इंसिडेंट तो है, जब इंटर्नशिप के दौरान हम एक हमारा मतलब एक वो था प्रोसेस पे चल रहा था, तो उसमें कुछ टिच बटन लगाने सिखा रहे थे कि कोट एंड शर्ट्स में टिच बटन हुक बटन कैसे लगता है। तो उस टाइम ना हम बैठ के जब कर रहे थे तो हमारे जिस टाइम बुटीक पे हम इंटर्नशिप कर रहे थे तो उसमें एक जब हम कर रहे थे वर्क के दौरान हमारे एक क्लाइंट आ गई थी मैम की, तो उसमें हम ना मैं उनकी मतलब कॉन्वर्जेशन जो थी मतलब जो उनका बात हो रही थी मैं उनकी वो सुन रहा था। तो उसमें मैं ये देख रहा था कि मतलब मैम कैसे हैंडल कर रही है आगे वाले को, कि कैसे बात कर रही है, कैसे उनको कन्विंस कर रही है, कैसे उनके मतलब जितना उनका बजट उनके बजट के हिसाब से उनको कैसे मतलब दे रही है, मतलब बेस्ट से बेस्ट उनका जो मटेरियल है। तो वो मतलब एक चैलेंजिंग सा था कि मतलब मैम उनको कन्विंस कर रही है, वो अपना मतलब एक तरीके से हाथ वो रख रही है कि मतलब मेरे को इतने में चाहिए ऐसा मतलब मटेरियल चाहिए, और मैम उनको कैसे कन्विंस कर रही थी, कैसे बता रही थी कि मतलब हमें इतना लगता है ऐसा फैब्रिक आता है, कैसे कैसे होता है और बनाने में कितना टाइम लगता है, कैसे मेहनत लगती है। तो एक थोड़ा मतलब ऐसा चैलेंजिंग था, मतलब कि ऐसे देखना कि मतलब कैसे कन्विंस करते, कितना हार्ड होता है कन्विंस करना आगे वाले बंदे को। तो मेरे लिए थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग था और मैंने जब देखा तो मेरे को थोड़ा मतलब एहसास हुआ कि मतलब हाँ कि इस फील्ड में अगर तो थोड़ा मतलब ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस लेना भी ज़रूरी होता है।
थैंक यू लक्ष्य, थैंक यू। नूर, आपसे जानना चाहिए, आपको वोकेशनल एजुकेशन बहुत जल्दी शुरुआत हो गई थी आपकी 9th स्टैंडर्ड से। सो आपके फ्रेंड्स, आपके कजिन्स, आपके घर में भाई बहन भी होंगे शायद जिन्हें ये वोकेशनल एजुकेशन ना मिला हो, तो आपको क्या लगता है, क्या कोई फ़र्क है आपको स्किल एजुकेशन मिलने का?
मैंने 2021 में मेरी इंटर्नशिप स्टार्ट की। मैं लाई कि वो फर्स्ट इंटर्न हूँ जिसने बहुत कम एज में अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट की थी। इंटर्नशिप में मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखी थी, जैसे सॉफ्ट स्किल, कॉन्फिडेंस, टीम को कैसे लीड करना है। आज मैं एज ए शेफ बोर्ड के जब भी काम करती हूँ तो मुझे बहुत सारी चीज़ें मेरे लिए आसान है कि मेरे टीम के साथ मुझे काम कैसे करना है, उनको कोऑर्डिनेट कैसे करना है, चीज़ों को संभालना कैसे है, कि रिस्पॉन्स कैसे करना है। और यही सारी चीज़ें मुझे मेरे फ्रेंड्स, कलीग, क्लासमेट से अलग बनाती है। वैसे तो मेरा बचपन से सपना था कि मुझे शेफ बनना है। जब मैंने संजीव कपूर को शेफ कोट में देखा तब उसमें मैंने एक नूर देखा कि मुझे भी एक दिन वही शेफ कोट पहनना है। बट ये मेरा सपना कब पूरा हुआ जब मैंने इंटर्नशिप ये प्रोग्राम मैंने देखा कि मुझे शेफ बनना था, पर ये कैसे बनना था वो मुझे भी नहीं पता था। जब मैंने इंटर्नशिप करना स्टार्ट किया तब मुझे रियलाइज़ हुआ कि ये तो मेरे ही फील्ड का है, मुझे भी तो यही करना है। फिर धीरे धीरे इंटर्नशिप जब मैंने की, जब मैं फर्स्ट जॉब पे थी, जब मैं फ्रेशर थी तब मुझ पर प्रेशर नहीं था क्योंकि ऑलरेडी मैंने वो प्रेशर इंटर्नशिप में ही सहा था। तो मैं राही को थैंक्स कहना चाहती हूँ कि उनके इस इंटर्नशिप की वजह से मेरी पूरी ज़िंदगी चेंज हो गई। मेरी शेफ बनने की जर्नी अभी भी स्टार्ट है, वो कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगी, क्योंकि शेफ कभी रुकता नहीं है, क्योंकि शेफ को बहुत नॉलेज है और मुझे पता है कि ये जर्नी कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगी। पर मैं उस जर्नी के एक स्टेज को अपनी ज़िंदगी में आगे बढ़ी हूँ कि मुझ में अभी इतना तो थोड़ा पूरा नहीं, पर मेरी लर्निंग अभी भी स्टार्ट है, पर मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें अभी भी सीखी है और यही चीज़ मुझे सब में अलग बनाती है। इसलिए मैं लाई को थैंक्स कहना चाहती हूँ कि उन्होंने मुझे इतनी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी दी कि मैंने अपनी ज़िंदगी का एक सपना पूरा किया, जो मुझे बनना था मैंने वो पूरा किया। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू। नेक्स्ट लेट्स गो टू दिव्या। दिव्या, आप आईटी पढ़ रहे हो, तो ऐसा कौन सा मोमेंट था या क्या हुआ था कि आपको लगा कि इसमें मैं आगे जाके कुछ कर सकती हूँ, ये मेरा प्रोफेशन हो सकता है?
एक्चुअली मेरे को आईटी में इतना कुछ इंटरेस्ट था नहीं, मुझे इंटरेस्ट इतना आया नहीं था, मुझे बस उसमें मज़ा आया। मुझे अच्छा लगा कीबोर्ड से टाइपिंग करना, माउस को चलाना और स्क्रीन पे जो नई नई चीज़ें आती, क्योंकि वो मेरे लिए नया था। जब वो नई चीज़ हम कोई देखते हैं, सीखते हैं, तो उसमें मज़ा आता है। कभी थोड़ा लगा कि यार अब तो बोर हो गया, बट फिर भी मन को समझाया कि यार ये मेरी करियर अपॉर्चुनिटी बन सकती है, मुझे इसमें अपना हार्डवर्क करना चाहिए। उस टाइम पे मैंने सोचा कर लेते हैं। उस टाइम पे मैंने फिर आईटी सेक्टर में अपना और दिया, मैंने 11th में भी आके अपनी आईटी ही परस्यू की थी।
और आप, जब हम बात कर रहे थे, आप आपके टीचर के बारे में बता रहे थे, कुछ शेयर करना चाहेंगे कि कैसे उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया या गाइड किया?
मेरी टीचर ने मुझे बोला तुझे आईटी लेनी है क्या? मैंने बोला मैम मुझे इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। मैम ने बोला एक बार ट्राई कर ले, अगर इंटरेस्ट नहीं आया ना, मुझे जो 20 सेमेस्टर में कुछ और दिला दूँगी, जैसे एफएस इनके पास है, तुम्हारे एक ही स्कूल है। तो मैंने मैम से बोला चलो ठीक है मैम, मैं कर लेती हूँ। बट जब मैंने अपने फर्स्ट प्रैक्टिकल क्लास, क्योंकि जो पढ़ते हैं ना तो वो इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता है, क्योंकि बुक्स तो हम वैसे भी पढ़ते हैं, पर जब तक हम प्रैक्टिकल नहीं करते हैं हमें इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं आता है। तो जब मैंने फिर आईटी ली, उसमें फर्स्ट प्रैक्टिकल दिया, तो मुझे मज़ा आया। मैंने मैम को बोला मैम आप मेरे को 20 सेमेस्टर में भी मैं बोर हो जाऊँ ना, मेरे को बस मोटिवेशन कर देना कि अब तू इसी में रह, अब तेरे को नहीं निकाल रही मैं। तो मैंने उसी में फिर अपना पूरा 2 साल दिए।
थैंक यू दिव्या। And coming to Prathamesh, the senior most of the lot. तो प्रथमेश, आपको अगर कोई आज अगर पूछता है कि कुछ एडवाइस दो, कुछ करियर के बारे में बताओ, तो ऐसी क्या चीज़ है जो आप उनको बताना चाहेंगे? एडवाइस ना देते हुए कोई स्टोरी या क्या बताना चाहेंगे?
So advice is something different word for that, but I could able to tell them the experience what I gone through during my career. So I got an opportunity very early at 8, 9 and 10 standard, very long. As I mentioned, starting from 2009-11, and it's an introduction to basic technology. So every poster and even video we have seen, there are students working on the practical activities that really make them feel confident while doing the things, and that really making the difference. That building up, even that girl said that gives me the confidence. Now I can do everything by with that confidence. So वो डिफरेंस है, वो डिफरेंस मैंने फील किया है मेरे लाइफ में। मुझे इनिशियल में तो इंट्रोडक्शन टू बेसिक टेक्नोलॉजी जो सब्जेक्ट मैंने सीखा, तो उससे हेल्प हुआ है आगे जाके। व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग माय डिप्लोमा इन मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग, इवन इंजीनियरिंग और बैचलर्स ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग आई वाज डूइंग, सो आई फेल दैट कॉन्फिडेंस। दो मुझे कुछ आता नहीं है पहले सब्जेक्ट में, बट मैंने वो प्रैक्टिकली कोई दूसरा चीज़ किया है, दैट कन्वर्ट दैट एक्सपेरिमेंट और दैट एक्सपीरियंस जो है, तो वो कॉन्फिडेंस एवरी अदर फील्ड में वो रिफ्लेक्ट होना स्टार्ट किया। तो दैट बेसिक लाइक दैट इज लाइफ चेंजिंग एक्टिविटी व्हाट आई फील, एंड even not with me, I have seen lot of students who had done that courses in their early age, so that gives that difference approach to looking towards the life. So एक basic thing, every student, if I met everyone, I ask them, you should learn basics of the technical education, and that really helps you to going ahead. वो confidence मतलब I remember one thing, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग ड्राइंग एक सब्जेक्ट था, तो वो मुझे 9th and 10th स्टैंडर्ड में था। सो उसके वजह से मुझे बाकी सब्जेक्ट में आई एम एवरेज स्टूडेंट ऑफ 10th, आई हैव आई थिंक 77% ऑफ मार्क्स, but only have very good command on that subject. I tried because उसमें मुझे अच्छा आता है, तो I tried other subjects also to learn very quickly or learn very passionately. So वो really that helped me out. And even I got a scholarship for completing. I'm coming from very middle class or lower middle class family at early days of my career. So I got a scholarship for completing my education from LAHI, and that really helped me out while completing my education. So every that things help it out. Even there are a lot of students having same kind of experience. So I remember one phrase in Marathi, "Bija ankure ankure, ola mati chapushita." That means, so every small seed, if that have to grow, then they would need a fertile and wet land. So it's really for all of us, LAHI worked as that fertile and wet land. So thank you.
Last 1 minute, if anyone would like to say anything.
मुझे बस इतना कहना है, आई नो काफी सारे लोग यहाँ पे बोर हो रहे होंगे, ऑनेस्टली सेइंग, ऑनेस्टली जिनको इंटरेस्ट होगा वो भी बस थोड़ा सा कि चलो कोई नहीं सुन लेते हैं, बट थैंक यू फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू टू कम हियर एंड फॉर लाही जिन्होंने हमें ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दी. थैंक यू फॉर ऑल.
So these students are going to be around. बाद में जब हमें थोड़ा free time मिले, we can definitely get in touch with them and talk more to them. So here's to more inspiration. Let's have a big round of applause for all of you. Thank you everyone.
That was super amazing. मतलब मजा आ गया सुन के. अपने दोस्तों से सुना, लाइव सुना. वैसे हम ऐसे पढ़ के बता रहे हैं कि ऐसा हो गया वैसा हो गया, तो बिलीव नहीं आता है. लाइव देखा, लाइव सुना, इट मेक मी मोर रियल. ऐसा लग रहा है कि हाँ कुछ तो है, इम्पैक्ट है, बहुत अच्छा इम्पैक्ट है.
पूरी कहानी वीडियो में तो देखी और हम सबने सुन भी ली, लेकिन there is something else, something more for you all.
A coffee table book that captures iconic moments of LAHI's journey. We would like to invite Ms. Deepika ma'am, Senior Manager LendAHandIndia, to facilitate the session. Deepika ma'am.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you, Gaurav. Thanks everyone for joining us to celebrate 20 amazing, incredible years of LendAHandIndia. First of all, I wanted to inform that many officials, many government dignitaries were supposed to join us today, but today happens to be the first day of Parliament. There are some immediate meetings have been called, so including Shri Sanjay Kumar sir, Secretary School Education, could not join us. But as Preeti and Gaurav spoke about the book, I'm very happy to share that this beautiful book is commissioned by Manu Bhai and Rika Ben from Sarv Mangal Family Trust. If we can display the picture over here. And what can be a better occasion to formally launch this book? And even though some dignitaries could not join, but we are very, very glad and very happy that some of them are still in the room. So please join me as I request our dignitaries to join on the stage in the occasion to help us launch this book. Please put your hands together as I invite Shri G.P. Upadhyay, former Additional Chief Secretary, Sikkim. Shri Anand Rao Patil, Additional Secretary, School Education. Ms. Jyotsna Sitling, former Joint Secretary, Ministry of Skill Education and Entrepreneurship. And Lieutenant Colonel Vikram Singh Bhati, Director NCVT. Sir, can you please join us on the stage? And along with them, of course, I would like to request our founders, Raj Hilda and Sunanda Mane ma'am. And of course, our dearest chairperson, Milind sir, please join us on the stage. Can I request volunteers to hand over one book to each of them? As we live this moment of joy, I request everyone on the stage to kindly untie the ribbon and unveil our first ever coffee table book. Please. You all can open the book and show what's inside the book. Of course, the book is available on the bookstall and all of you can purchase the book. And please help us to become the best seller of the day at least. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.
Gaurav, I don't think that I'll ever attend an event like this, where these many dignitaries come together from different walks of life.
सच में यार मैं भी मतलब बहुत अच्छा इवेंट है मेरे को बहुत मजा आ रहा है
वैसे एक बात बताओ,
नेकी और पूछ पूछ बताओ बताओ
जैसे हम सबको पता है, LendAHandIndia के नाम में भी इंडिया है और इसका काम तो इंडिया में है नहीं। But do you all know इसकी शुरुआत न्यूयॉर्क में हुई थी?
रियली ऐसे कैसे
रुको जरा, सब्र करो। Let's invite Raj sir to share so many like these iconic moments and fun stories with us.
So guess what? What is this picture? Oh, so this is the day when LendAHandIndia's idea was born in New York. There was one stormy evening, very cold winter, and like you're probably more Indian outside of India than within India, and that is how we thought about this idea. And this is the picture which was taken on that particular day, almost 20 years back. So very happy that we have reached this stage now today. So this is the foundation day. We have one of our very old friend, supporter, Nandita in the room. I can't see her. Yeah, can we give a mic to Nandita, please? So she can share something from those days and keep us honest as well. Nandita, please. You audition, people will be able to see you.
Okay. So I wrote a little something for this occasion. And so I'm going to start. There's a saying in English that says acorns grow into oak trees. There is no better parallel you and I can think of as we reflect on the growth of LendAHand from this very modest beginnings in New York City with a few dedicated supporters to now celebrating 20 years in this iconic hotel here with all of you. Thinking back to the early days, fundraising efforts primarily centered around chai and samosa parties in New York City, which, not surprisingly, were eagerly attended but raised very little money. So in keeping with the creativity that Raj and Sunanda have continuously demonstrated, Raj decided to aim a little higher and signed up to run for the New York City Marathon, offering to train and practice with anyone who wanted to join in this fundraising effort. I have no idea if this effort raised any more money than the chai and samosa parties, but I do know that it truly exemplified the dedication and personal commitment that they both have shown as they built LendAHandIndia into this pan-Asian Indian organization that exists today. My husband and I, my husband couldn't be with me today, have been very fortunate to support and track their success from those early days, and are absolutely in awe of where they are today and what has been achieved. We know that their journey is still very young and that LendAHandIndia has many miles to go, and we wish them every success. Cheers to Raj and Sunanda and every one of their supporters. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So Nandita and her husband Vic Atal, he was my super boss at City Cards, and he was the CEO of City Cards at that time. And I think I always wondered, what I was doing at the pay scale of City Cards. But he has been a great supporter right from days, when for the first time when I walked into his office and requested him to be chair of our advisory board in New York, till when I was planning to leave Citibank and went to seek his guidance, what should be done and otherwise. So Nandita and Vic have been with us all along. Thank you Nandita, and that's our days, a glimpse from New York, the days here. And I did run the New York City Marathon. I just took a cab, yellow cab. So next, the first office table. Milind, do you want to share something about this? Okay. So when we were, planning to launch our operations in India, Milind, our chairperson, from whom you heard earlier, he had a conference room, and the entire LendAHandIndia team would sit around that conference room table. And it's the same table which is still there in our Pune office after 20 years. And he is going to be there for next 20 years, as well, to remind us where we came from. Because we should never forget where we came from. And I think this table itself has been a huge remembrance, for us.
I could not resist. I was working for a life insurance corporation, and as a part of my duty, I had an office. And in my office, to train my agents, I did have this table in the conference room. But all my meetings used to happen either early morning 6 o'clock or evening at 7 p.m. The entire day the conference hall was khali tha. So मैंने कहा कुछ अच्छे काम के लिए यूज होता है. That is how this. And great thing is that Raj and Sundar have decided to preserve this table for 20 years. Now another 20 years will be with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So that was the first office table, and the team members who can see. In fact, this is also later. LendAHandIndia's beginning was literally with half an employee, 2 schools, and 20,000 rupees. And we have come a long way now, as you can see. The way people here, picture during the last annual meeting. So the journey of 3 to 300 here. I would like to invite Madhura and Malti to give her. So question to Madhura. Madhura is our. Can I see her? Yeah. So Madhura. So Madhura is our HR manager. So responsible to get all the 300 people, in the picture there. And I'll come to Malti later. So Madhura, how did you do this? 3 to 300.
Good evening to all. I think I worked as a mediator. Because we all know Sunanda and Raj. उनके values क्या है, उनके collaboration की power क्या है, and उनकी vision क्या थी organization के लिए. So I did not do anything. वो 3 लोग थे. Raj helped me added 1 0. And Sunita ma'am helped me adding another 0. So that's how we became 300.
Thank you very much. And we also multi here. We became 3 to 300 as well because some people who had left us came back as well. So you cannot blame us, right? Or she cannot blame us. She very well knew what she was getting into when she came back. तो आपको क्या हो गया मानती है? वापस क्यों आए?
I think there's a interesting incident. I think getting flowers on your birthday from your boss 1 year after leaving the organization. But on a
She
serious
has
note,
revealed a very secret of recruiting people.
but on a serious note, the mix of flexibility and support and the opportunity to challenge yourself and having great colleagues. These 3 reasons are good enough. Thank you.
She's up to the script. Thank you. So going to the next. Okay, so as we all of us know, this is a charitable organization, a trust, and nothing happens without vitamin N. So very, I want to acknowledge our very first funders, starting with Tata Trust, Sanjeev Pansalkar and Dr. Purnima Dore. They took a chance on us when otherwise we were raising money through marathons and chai samosa party and all those, and you can only raise so much and all. But I think Tata Trust was the first one to put faith in us to get it started. Followed by Axis Bank Foundation. Babu Joseph as well as Wilfred Barbosa, they were the grant makers at that time. We got funding for 100 schools in Satara district for 5 years. And 5-year funding is even unheard of after 20 years now. Imagine getting that in 2005, right? So very, very grateful. Very grateful to Babu Joseph and Wilfred Barbosa here as well. And I have to mention their name because right now we are talking to Axis Bank for further grant. Acknowledge to करना चाहिए, उनको ये रील भी भेज देंगे. No, jokes apart. MacArthur Foundation. Earlier during the clip you watched that how we are working with the government and how we are working with improving the system change and other things. So our very first grant towards that approach came from MacArthur Foundation. So Mautishi Sen Gupta and Deepana Chaudhary were the people behind that making happen. And Deepa was going to be here today, but she could not make it because of the last minute family emergency. But I must share with you. So Deepa told me, there was a 4-page concept note which was to be submitted, which I did, and then she said, "This is good now. We need a detailed proposal from you." And I can't write straight proposals even today. So forget about 20 years back. So whatever I wrote, she called me. Like I think it was Friday or Saturday morning. Like, Raj, क्या लिखा है? तुझे कौन देगा ये पढ़ के पैसा? Nobody is going to give you money. To write like this. And literally on a Sunday morning, she said, "Abhi to time nahi hai. We're going to have a call on Sunday morning. Following Sunday, 2 घंटे तक मुझे class दिया. She took my class. On how to write a proposal, what to write, how to do this and other things too. And that is what ended up, and really appreciate that because the lessons which I learned. In those 2 hours, what she shared even as a funder, has stayed with me even as today, right? So very, very grateful to both Mautishi and Deepana Chaudhary for being really our teacher to get us where we are today. Right? Next is JP Morgan Chase. I think this is a very unique partnership, I must say. We began in 2012-13 with a 10 schools funding, funding for 10 schools in Pune Municipal Corporation and Bombay Municipal Corporation. It has been 12 years now. We have gone through 4 grant makers, right from Chris Cooper to Manisha to Saurabh to Mohammed Gulwez as well. And the relationship is getting stronger and stronger. We are in the 12th year of grant, from JP Morgan. Now there are very few things in life which actually last for 12 years. And we are already talking about renewal with them. And they have been with us right from day zero, direct implementation program, then Catalyst, our government support program, then internship program that we're talking about. And now we are talking to them, of course, about operationalization of NEP 20. Right? So that's the next thing which is in conversation with them. So very, very grateful to Chris, Manisha, Saurabh, and Gulrez as well. Cool. So next is Michael and Switzerland Foundation. And I can see that, Geeta and Sama both are in the room here, today. So I'm going to put them on the spot. And you can share whatever you want about us, right? So Geeta is, I think, here and Sama is there. If you can give them the mic.
One thing I observed that just the number of names in each of your funders keeps increasing, which means you do create a lot of disruption in your funding organizations as well. But on a serious note, I think we started, well, I visited your Mumbai centers pre-COVID. And what I will remember from there is I think we went to school, the department, everywhere. I think we walked so much that your shoe broke. But we started our formal partnership, I think, 2021. I would say really the things, and someone should talk more about this, but the things that do come to my mind when I think LendAHand and its approach is systems, like just changing systems is important. Ambition, not satisfied with the current, always thinking country scale, even when we keep saying think law, think district, but to understand. And also thinking action. So I do think like the schools you set up, just proving them as action points for then changes in policy and systems to happen. So, and I think, yeah, we created a wonderful team and we're doing great work. So thank you to all of you for doing what you are doing.
Thanks, Raj. I think the work speaks for itself, so I don't have too many words, but we've learned a lot from you. I think many of us at MSDF really do believe in the power of skills-based education and the change that it can create for young people. And just looking at the mention in the economics, just the fact that this movement has picked up so much momentum in the last 5-7 years. You've got the 20 years to speak for it, and here's to the next 20 years. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And of course, Gaurav has been a great partner for us, and I do wish the AI boom keeps going, so that Mr. Michael Bell keeps making more money, and he has more money to give. Right? Next is co-impact. I think, each and every organization is running, there comes a day which can be really life-changing in this, right? And I think co-impact, which if you're not aware, because they're very low-profile, funder, it's like fund of funds. They pool funds from variety of donors, right from Gates Foundation, Rockefeller, Chandler's, and others, and sort of, believing that they need to make big bets in that. So we are very fortunate that we got selected in 2022 to receive funding from Co-Impact, and Rakesh, Rajani, I think the font is little this year. So Rakesh, Yasmin, Cappy, Doris King, our account manager, and we have, they'll be sitting here. So I'm going to put you on spot, again, if you can just tell, a few words. And it's not absolutely necessary to say only good things. You can also share how challenging we are as as an implementation partner. Or
the moments for that. Firstly, Raj, Nada, thank you so much for having me here. I feel quite honored and privileged. For an organization, like you said, a pool fund, we've existed for 8 years. Lahi has been part of our portfolio for 5 of those. you have shaped our early thinking on what systems change can look like, particularly in the field of education and vocational skills. Your visionary leadership has that clarity, you're grounded, and what you've always kept at the heart is how to enable young people to thrive in this ecosystem. And with that sort of clarity of purpose, you've built a strong team that works closely with governments and has really taught us the value of a meaningful, trust-based philanthropic relationship with a civil society organization, and we wish you the best for the next 20 years.
Thank you. And I must say, going back, as what the funders have really set a new bar or a high bar, what a funder can look like, or a true partner can sort of look like. So I think LendAHandIndia has been very, very fortunate for the last 20 years to have such an amazing partner to work with us. One of the latest partner, Bajaj Finserv. I think I must share here that JP Morgan Chase as well as Bajaj Finserv, even though they might be conventionally called a CSR funder, they are a system change fund, making very deep investment, making very deep long-term commitment to the cause. And of course, very dear to me because they are based out of Pune. So Kurush, Shubham, Rashmi and Pankaj, Pallab, all have been a great partner for us to take our work sort of, forward. And last but not the least, back to Tata Trust now, in that. So Sanjeev Fansalkar and with some two new players, Kishore Dharak and Pawan Mishra, we just got funded from them 3 months back for a 3-year project on operationalizing NEP 2020, 100 school pilot project. I'm very happy to share that they added 2 zeros on the right side from what they had funded us 20 years back, and I hope that next time they'll add 2 more zeros. But I think jokes apart, it's the, I think the belief and the trust and sort of, confidence which, partners like Sanjeev and Kishore and Pawan, put in us is what makes us do what we do. And we feel quite accountable, we feel quite responsible, we feel quite, obligated that we must live up to the, trust which they have put in us to take us where we are sort of, today. So that is thanks to Tata Trust sort of, now, right? So I think paise ka baat to ho gaya, and have to do that first because that is what, keeps us alive going forward. Talking about our government partnership, because that is the, I keep telling that LendAHandIndia is a model of PPP, public-private partnership, where, the philanthropic capital, CSR capital, we bring the money to the table to pay for what we do. We have government as our sort of, scaling up partner, and we bring the technical support in the process. So I could not find his picture, Mr. Shri Purushottam. I must mention his name because he was our first out of Maharashtra work which we did was in Karnataka, and he was a state project coordinator for vocational education. So I must admit here, and we have Shri Anandra Patil as well. He taught me how to get entry to Shastri Bhavan. और ये भी सिखाया कि एक बार शास्त्री भवन गए तो दिन भर में निकलना नहीं है जब तक आपको कोई जाने को बोलेगा नहीं. तो जिसको भी मिलना है कुछ भी करो वो सब लेके आओ. तो Mr. Shri Purushottam was, a person who I could not find his picture. I called him as well for last 2 days, but could not, get through. And otherwise as well, so I must acknowledge him as my very first guru into sort of, working with government here. Can we go to the next, So Dr. Sumana Khara, to me, she is like my, mother of how to work with the government, because taught me everything that I know sort of, today. In fact, Maharashtra was the first state that we worked with in as a sort of providing the technical and project management support. I would like to invite Nilesh here. Nilesh. So Nilesh is like, Bhishma Pitah of our project catalyst. और अभी कितना 12 साल हो गया नीलेश? 10. कैसे झेल पाते हो?
No, working with government is interesting. I mean, every time new challenge and also new support that we keep on getting year after year with government, and that makes both three, LendAHandIndia, me and government, एक दूसरे को झेल पा रहे हैं.
And same here. Thank you. Thank you, Nilesh. I think, people like Nilesh is what makes our work actually, possible, because our, agreement with the government is give us a table, give us a chair, fan is optional, everything else we will bring to the table. So working there, day in and out, away from LendAHandIndia's office, being part of the government, staff and team, takes its own personal. So very, very thankful to all our, team members here. So that is Dr. Suvana Khara. Radha Chauhan ma'am, I think she'll be coming a little later as well. And we have a very interesting story to share about Mr. Purushottam and Radha Chauhan madam, because Purushottam ji is the one, as I said, told me कि एक बार शास्त्री को घुस गए तो बाहर नहीं निकलना. So then we were just walking around in the corridors of Shastri Bhavan. He saw the name of Radha Chauhan as Joint Secretary, and that's when he told me कि अगर कहाँ भी मिलना है तो Joint Secretary से जरूर मिलना, because it's an ideal blend of policy making and execution, whatever we need to do. So we just walked into her office, and of course her PA was horrified. You can't just walk in here and get meeting with Radha Chauhan ji. But I think both me from Pune, he from Bangalore, we made a very poor face here. हमको जाने दो मिलना है. We were talking like that, and as luck has it, and I think everything has a reason, to happen. She came out of her office to pick up some paper from her PA. और तभी मैंने रो दिया, बोला मैम 2 मिनट मिलना है. तो देख के उन्होंने बोला चलो आ जाओ. And so she got me inside. I still remember there was a छोटा सा round table in the corner. And there were 3 chairs. She made me and Mr. Purushottam sit on the chair. She didn't sit because she knew अगर वो बैठ गए तो हम हिलेंगे ही नहीं. So she like, tell me what do you need, and all. And by that time I had, on my iPad, brought about some 2-minute clip about the work which we do. That's what she saw, and then she sat down. And I think that was my clear signal, yes, there is an interest from her. And then she said, "लेकिन अभी मुझे जल्दी जाना है, please come back next week." And that was our, introduction to Mrs. Radha Chauhan, who has been a great support of us since, we got, we started working with the government here. Josna Sitling, madam, she's present here. Ma'am, would you really like to say a few words? Would love you to. And the way I can introduce her, by the way, and the reason I, brought her up after Radha Chauhan ji, because when she got transferred from Ministry of Education, she said, "I'm going to leave you in the hands of Josna ji," because she was part of the Ministry of Skill Development there. That is how I got to, at that time she was a joint secretary in the Ministry of Skill Development. So Josna ji, a few words.
Yes, that time, yes, I know. What I could have written in my mobile also, your name and Radha. Yeah. So that's how, it's so, it happens basically. So now, given those days, what we deeply felt, both from education ministry and from skill ministry, it's very important to teach the children the hands-on skill. So that's how we came together, and I think you did the best at that point of time to take the lead and take all of us out. Thank you.
Thank you. So I must mention Ms. Ashwini Bede. She is the Additional Chief Secretary, Office of the CM of Maharashtra now. So she was for 8 months Secretary of Education in Maharashtra. And in 8 months, whatever we could do in our tenure, even in 8 years we could not have done it. So the first time vocational education got 100 marks as a compulsory subject, and otherwise, and hats off to her, whatever she was able to make it happen. So very, very thankful for her support at that time. Mr. Ali Swaroop, I wish he could be here today. When he became Secretary of Education in 2016-17, he invited 100 NGOs, literally 100 NGOs at IHC to make a 10-minute presentation to him, over 3 days. It was going on almost for like 12 hours a day. And I'm great we have Praveen. Praveen is here? So Praveen, why don't you tell us about it? Because he was a Sutradhar behind that 100 school, presentation which Mr. Anil Swarup had coordinated.
No, thanks Raj. I think all of you know that Raj is very persuasive, which is a polite way of saying that he doesn't give up till he has charmed you. So when the 10th Secretary School Education, I think Anil Swarup sir, he had in his mind the idea that NGOs do a lot of work in silos, but why should the good work remain that, right? And especially at a national level, education, most of things happen at a state level. So he was basically giving an MHRD, and at that point time it was MHRD, not MOE, credibility for good organizations like LendAHandIndia to partner with the state government. And like I think to LendAHand's credit, both the quality of the work, but also specificity of the ask from the state government was very, very good. So thanks Raj.
Thank you, Praveen, and he has been such a great friend for us. To take it forward, you frankly would not have been here without Mr. Anil Swarup. The reason, the way he introduced us to state governments, we are working in 20 plus states now, would not have been possible without his support ever. Now one of my favorite person, Shri Gyan Prakash Upadhyay ji here, who is also here today. This whole multi-skill as a concept, multi-skill foundation course or multi-skill as a vocational education was an innovation at that time, and all. And we needed a lot of support from the state side to make it happen at the national level. And Mr. Upadhyay, who was former Chief Secretary of SKIL at that point in time, have been such a great supporter for us to take it forward and really contributed a lot to what is multi-skilling today. So sir, few words from you now.
Good evening, everybody. Raj, first of all, great congratulations to you and Sananda for 20 years of glorious journey. I mean, I was from day one convinced about MS multi-skill development course, but I was so surprised. Nobody else was convinced, and we had to fight so many battles, I should say, to get it approved or whatever, certified. Everybody was trying to say that it's got so many skills in bundle into one. And how to be certified and all that.